Hey yo, before we get into this video, I'd like to ask y'all to subscribe to my channel because we're trying to reach 250 subscribers. So if you could help me out with that, I would appreciate it. And without further ado, let's get into the video. What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video. It's your boy Insider here. So today we're finna be making an ABA tier list with my boy Akuyomix. So yeah, we finna be rating these characters fairly, put them in the right tier, do them some justice. And if you don't feel like you have the same opinion, then comment down below. Tell me how I should change it. I'ma update this like when the new Fates characters come out. So yeah, but first character, PT is Naruto, putting him at C. He's a solid C for me because he can throw himself with his clone and do the Rasengan to catch people. Like, for example, if you see a runner like Krillin or something like that, or Minato. Actually, I don't know about Minato, but some like, let's see, Illumi maybe, like some characters like that. So he's a decent character. Awakening is pretty good as well. So yeah, he's a solid C for me. He's not that good, but that's a new player character. Anyway, T is Naruto, and this is why Akuyomix thinks he's A tier. Alright, so you can pause on it if you didn't see it right, but yeah, so he thinks it's a pretty good character because this Rasengan is spammable, and he can only be countered by characters such as Aizen, or if you're really good at like Dopey or something like that. But anyway, Joseph is going to B tier because he's a great one-on-one character. If you know how to use this character, do the block breaks, do the combos, you can even do a one-shot combo successfully, and he's not good at 2-on-2s, but still a decent character overall. But don't play if you're a new player. So yeah, next character is gonna be Kazuma, and I'm putting him to B tier because he's decent, but the moves like Steel or the Bow is pretty easy to avoid. So like the Awakening, like the explosion that Megumin did, is pretty, like, you can block it nowadays. You wasn't able to block it back then, like before the buff, but now you can. So yeah, it's still a decent character. So B is pretty good for it. So yeah. Anyway, next character is gonna be Lemillion, which is obviously going to S because it's just a great character. Like you can use permeation to get out of combos. You can reply with another combo, like you can do a combo that does like 70% of somebody's HP. They nerfed it a bit, so if you're like, you can block it, or you can see when they use permeation and reply with another attack. So yeah, it's still a pretty good character. So yeah. Anyway, Gin, as you can see, I put it to S tier. No explanation needed. Gin has been here for ages, and we all know why it's OP. Piccolo, he going to D. I don't personally like this character. In my opinion, he needs a buff. Like, his block breaker is way too bad, and the beam is decent, I guess. You can't hit him while he's doing it, but you can just wait till it's over and dash to him and get him to M1. So, and the beam is way too like thin, so he won't really do anything. So Awakening is mediocre as well. So yeah, he's a solid D for me. I don't see him going above that. So yeah, Piccolo, D. Anyway, next character is gonna be let's see here. Yeah, let's put Grimjaw. Let's put him in C because he has good combos. If you know how to play him, he can even be B characters. I don't know about A characters, but B tier characters. And if you know how to use Grimjaw, then he's definitely a good character. The combos do decent damage. If you know how to do the combos right, execute them right, you can get like 80% somebody's HP away, or even one shot if you know how to use them really well. Gohan, A. Self-explanatory. He has a one-shot combo. He can hit them in the air, do the freaking uppercut thing, do the rush Kamehameha right after it, and that combo does decent damage. I think it does like 80%, maybe 90% of somebody's HP. I don't know if it's one shot, but yeah, Gohan is a great character. It's a good main. Like, it's a good main to start off. So if you're new, definitely try Gohan. He's a good character. Next up is Giorno, and this was selected by Akuyomix, and this is the reason why he explained it basically. Alright, so he basically explains, you can pause it if you want to, but it says basically Giorno is an A tier because he has a good guard break that's underestimated, and his Awakening is basically makes him immortal and just gives him free damage. So Giorno's overall a great character. Alright, moving on to Vegeta. This is one of my favorite characters, one of my mains actually, and this is just a great character if you know how to use it. If you know how to use explosive wave right, you can get a block break or 20 damage in. You can constantly use that when it's available. Also, the Ki Blast Volley does a lot of damage. Like, I think it does like 40. 30 damage if it all that hits. So it's pretty OP. And the awakening is just auto aim, auto target, goes behind the opponent's block and does a lot of damage. I think it does like 40 damage from the teleport smash, and then big bang impact added to that, it does like 70%, 80% of somebody's HP. So yeah, it's definitely a great character and definitely is tier in my books. This is my absolute main, and I love this character. Yamamoto's just busted, y'all. So first of all, Sokotsu, the teleportation block break move, which is absolutely OP. You can jump over it, of course, but if you time it, see somebody double jump, you can just flash them to them and right away use Sokotsu, which is absolutely OP. No further explanation needed. Awakening has a one-shot combo. As you can see, I put Shunsui to S tier as well. Basically, the god of combos in this game. Get a Bushogama, use Takaoni, use Kageoni afterwards. It's just a great character. You cannot deny that. You definitely for the Shunsui if you ever been in ranked before. Like, it's a common character, and rightfully so, because it's one of the greatest characters in this game right now. So yeah, Shunsui is definitely S tier. Shinji, to all you Shinji fans, don't hate me for this, but Shinji's going to C. Yeah, he's in C because he's a decent character. I can't lie. He has a good block break, does a lot of damage, about 40%, and yeah, he's just overall good. He's a good character. I mean, decent. If you know how to use him, he's good. Kisuke, in my opinion, is the worst DLC character in this game. He's a C tier because of that. Because all his moves are obvious. The only good move is teleportation slash move, which is mediocre at best. And the awakening is pretty good if you know how to use it again. But yeah, Kisuke is pretty easily counterable. So yeah, I'll put him at C tier. If you're good at using it, you can be A tiers, maybe even B tiers. I mean B tiers, maybe even A tiers. But yeah, Kisuke is staying at C. Next is Rukia. I'll put him at C. I'll just put him at C because she's a good character, but the thing is, like, Sukatsui, the cooldown used to be so much shorter, but now it's just garbage. And if you know how to use them, I guess, if you know how to land it, do air combos and shit, then Rukia is a decent character. But yeah, she remains a C. Next is Majin Vegeta, which is obviously A tier. Very easy character to use. If you're a newbie and buy Majin Vegeta, then yeah, you're basically set. You can already go play ranked and shit. So yeah, block breaker does like 40 damage, like something like that, 60 damage, something like that. It's OP. So yeah, Majin Vegeta definitely an A tier. And next up we have Ichigo, and he's a good character if you know how to use him. So I'm playing a B. You can easily beat him with characters like Doppio, Dio, Whitebeard, something like that. But yeah, Ichigo's a decent character, so he's a B. No explanation needed. And S, Dio goes to S. Obviously, he's a toxic character, not too hard to use. Practice for about a day with him, and you'll be set. Get a gold skin or something like that. And yeah, Dio's a great character. Awakening, you can do time stop twice and one shot people, so you can basically shave off 2 stocks if you really know how to use Dio. So yeah, great character, S tier. Next is the old man Whitebeard, which used to be garbage, but I'm putting him at A for now because he's so much better than he was before the buff. Like, before the buff, his block breaker was a fling, like it flung people away like Luffy's bazooka, BGS Luffy's bazooka. And yeah, now it doesn't, and now it's just a great move. Now it's just a great skill. He has great skills, great hitbox, but he isn't as tanky as before anymore, so that's the only downside really. But he's a solid A tier for me. Alright, TS Luffy, he goes to C, because the moves are just so predictable, and the awakening is, you can block that too. Like, the only move you can't really block is King Kong, which block breaks and then hits you 3 other times, but the other moves are just blockable. And yeah, he's just such a predictable character that he's gonna have to stay at C. But yeah, next character. Yeah, Gon goes to D because Akuyomix told me that basically, I mean, all his moves are blockable except the scissors one. which is a really bad guard break because you can see it's really predictable. It has good damage, of course, but his awakening is legit suicide. So yeah, easy D tier. Basically, that's what he says. So yeah, Golden State's a D tier. All those nerfs on Itachi, and he's kind of a washed up character now, so he stays a B tier, and that's giving him respect. So yeah, I'm just putting him up there just because some people who can really use the character can even be A tiers with that. So yeah, that's the only reason I'm putting him there, and that's being nice. So yeah, he stays a B tier. Next is Minato, which is obvious A tier because you can use Rasengan on a rough situation, and also you can use Flying Project to teleport like behind somebody and throw them with the Shuriken behind their block. Also, if you teleport to somebody, you can just get them with the Rasengan. So pretty obvious A. Next is Diavolo, which is also A because if you know how to base somebody into attacking you, for example, and yeah, the awakening also heals him. So if you get awakening like when you're 1 HP and 4 stock, then yeah, you're just set. And also he's basically like a better version of All Might. So yeah, definite A tier. Jotaro goes to B tier because his awakening is OP. He can stop time and one shot anybody, and also his smash move, if you get somebody with that then do a barrage, you can do about 90%, 80% of their HP. So yeah, Jotaro's just the B tier. And Zoro to me is the definition of a C tier. I don't know about y'all. Some people may consider Zoro a B or A tier, but to me it's just a C tier because it's really easy to avoid. Or if you're playing like a character like Goku Black, you can easily just get away from his attacks, and or Bakugo or Broly, you can just easily avoid Zoro and just hit him right back with a stronger combo. So yeah, Zoro is a solid C for me. Alright, so things changed, then we switching Zoro, PT Zoro to B and TS Zoro to C, because in Akuyomix's opinion, TS Zoro is worse than PT Zoro, and in my opinion they're like equal, so it doesn't really matter. So we kind of mixed our opinions and put PT Zoro above TS Zoro, and yeah, that's how it's gonna be. And All Might, it's just garbage in my opinion, unless you really know how to run and cheese the shit out of opponents and get your awakening quick. The awakening is good. You become tanky as hell. The attacks are good, and but if you're fighting a opponent like Shunsu, then I don't even see you surviving. So yeah, definitely D tier for me. Alright, so Krillin, Akuyomix decided to put him to S tier, and the reason why you can see in the screen, like I'll put it here so you can read what he said. Like that was a short explanation. So basically, he put it to S tier because of the free stun, short cooldowns, and he gains awakening extremely fast, and he can use senzu beams to regain his HP, and is without unbalance. So overall, he's a great character, and yeah, he stays in S tier. So the next character is Zabuza. I already put it to C tier because you can block. I mean, you can avoid with any like mobility skill. You can avoid his water dragon and his awakening. And the only good move he has in his base is really the executioner move. Maybe hit and miss if you iframe it and escape, like skills like Sokotsu or Rasengan or something like that. But otherwise, Zabuza is a pretty bad character. I can't lie. So yeah, he stays a C tier. Alright, so next up is obviously gonna be Hisoka, and I'm putting him into C because his block breaker is pretty good. He has the boulder move, he has the freaking card move where he's like card slice, I think it's called, and you can throw cards and shit like that, but it's really not that useful when it comes to fighting characters like Minato or Giorno or Joseph or Ichigo, even Itachi. But like, that's why I'm putting him at C, because there's so many counters to Hisoka, and yeah, only if you know how to use it like really well and use all its moves to your advantage, then I could see going to B tier, maybe A tier. But yeah, he stays in C for now, in my opinion. And next, we'll take Shanks, and Shanks is going to A tier obviously, because this block breaker is just, the hitbox is amazing, bro. And in your awakening, if you know how to do it, then there's a one-shot combo you can do. Also, there's like a You can use the block breaker, do 1 2 3 4, and use the teleportation slash move as well, which is a good combo. And you can use Ken Bushaku Haki to escape combos. For example, like you can escape, like for example, let's do Killua's move, Killua's barrage thing, yeah, snake mode or whatever it's called, and yeah, you can just escape that. And Gara, I put him to D. Y'all know why. His awakening is trash. His block breaker is trash. You can easily just avoid his awakening completely, and he can't really do anything about it. So yeah, Gara is just a waste of space. So Gara goes to definitely D, definite D, bro. Yusuke's nerf really didn't do him any justice, and yeah, the awakening is just bad now. It's not as good. It's not as OP as it was before. I mean, I guess it's decent. Spirit Gun, Spirit Shotgun, all those moves are useful. Spirit Shotgun is a good combo extender, and Spirit Gun is a good block breaker move, I guess. So it's a C, and Trunks is obviously a C. The double rush is the only good thing, and maybe the beam even. The beam is good. It's quick and it ends quick as well. So. And does decent damage. I think it does like 30 HP or 20 HP or something like that. 25, I think. And yeah, Trunks is just a solid C. Maybe even the definition of C, bro. I can't even lie. And next character. Next is Aizen. Y'all know what he's going to be. I'm giving him some. I'm being nice here. His block breaker is just trash now. His awakening basically just makes him immortal with that Kyoka Sogetsu spam, and also the black box. You can block that shit, so it's nothing amazing. So yeah, he's just a mid-tier character. I can't see him going anywhere above that. So yeah, he stays at B for sure. Honestly, I'd be surprised if anybody put Pain above C in their roster or tier list or whatever, but cause Pain's nerfs didn't do him any good. You can block the pull, obviously, as you could before, but yeah, he's just, you can't like. If you're fighting Pain with like a character like, let's say Whitebeard or Shunsui or Yamamoto or Gohan or something like that, the Pain is not gonna do shit. Even with Itachi or something like that, you can't do shit. Like Pain is just a bad character. Illumi goes to B because of obvious reasons. He's good. He has good combos and etc. etc. But anyway, Law goes to C. Again, because of obvious reasons. He can now move while making his room, but that still doesn't give him much of an advantage, because you can easily like shoot a spirit gun there with Yusuke. You can throw shuriken and fireballs in there with Itachi. You can use Gohan to shoot Kamehamehas in there. You can go in there with a Rasengan, and he can't really do anything about it. So Law is just a mediocre C tier character. So yeah, next up. Alright, so both of the Sanjis go to B tier because they have good combos, right? They have the barrage thing. B tier Sanji's barrage does a bit more damage, but that doesn't really make much of a difference. All the newbies time the block breaker move just completely wrong. Like they use it when before you jump in the air, which is extremely dumb. And yeah, they're just B tier characters. And as you can see, I put Rock Lee and Tanjiro in D tier because Rock Lee is just bad. He has no range moves. Tanjiro, same with him. Their awakenings are pretty good. Don't get me wrong. Their awakenings are pretty good, but otherwise, before they get there, they're just useless characters. So yeah, they stay in D. So I put Bakugo on B because he has decent block. He has a good block breaker. He has a good stun move as well. He has a good beam that does a lot of damage. He has a good flying move. I mean, the one charge like move. It's not that fast and it's easy to block, but if you comboing somebody and use it in the middle of a combo, you can smash them on the ground and continue the combo, etc. etc. So yeah. And PTS Luffy, he's decent, I guess, if you know how to use him, of course. No further explanation needed. And yeah, he stays there. And next character. So, Super Saiyan Goku. Nah, nigga. Do not use this character. Do not use this character in rank. Please don't. Maybe in 2-on-2s if you're starting out, like if you're new, you don't know how to play, you just started, you're in the starter lobby playing against other newbies, bruh. Then use Super Saiyan Goku to gather money or some shit. Otherwise, do not use this character. It's trash. Only move you can't block is Kamehameha. You can block the leg kick too, except the last kick. You can use Spirit Bomb twice in his awakening, which I guess is pretty good, but yeah, I just don't see him getting there. So yeah, Super Saiyan Goku definitely C tier. Same with Chica. pretty average character. Do not use it if you're new. I mean, it's kind of hard to use for you for newbies and shit. So if you're just starting out, do not use Chica. Just a tip. So yeah, they both go to C tier. As you can see, I put T as Sasuke in A tier, and he's a pretty good character. He's a really good character, and like Akuyomix was saying, Part was smoking something when he was making T as Sasuke's awakening, which is completely busted. Like one of the best awakenings in the game. The Chidori is just overpowered. The freaking Kirin is overpowered, and yeah. Anyway, let's put young Joseph, and we're putting him a C because he's a pretty good close range character. Awakening is decent, but yeah, he's just a mediocre character, and he goes to C tier. Not yeah, he stays in C tier. You can tell me otherwise, but yeah, I'm just putting him there. Alright, next is Killua. He has Snake Mode, which is a good barrage. He has the clones, obviously, which can help extend a combo or start a combo or whatever. He has the skateboard, which he can use to start a combo as well. Awakening is pretty. His awakening is pretty meh, cause you can just block all the skills except the freaking, what's it called? I don't even remember the name. I don't remember the name, but it was called like Thunder Strike or some shit like that. You can't block that one, and then he can use his other moves on you. And when you're low, he can take your heart. But anyway, he's a mediocre character. Deku goes to B because he's just, the ranged move is good. The awakening is decent as well. And yeah, what can I say? Deku's a pretty overall good character. I haven't really used this character much, but from what I've seen, he's a pretty good character. Byakuya obviously goes to A because he's a pretty simple character. He's pretty easy to use, and most of the ABA ranked players have at one point made Byakuya, obviously. So yeah, Byakuya is just an overall good character. The combo is simple. I mean, and it does decent damage as well. So yeah, Byakuya is definitely A tier, and yeah, he stays there. Endeavor, on the other hand, his prominence burn got nerfed, so he does like 5%, 10% of your HP now when he hits. So you don't really need to block that move at all. You just need to dodge it or stay away if you can. And if you block it, then he can get you in a combo, which is the only really good thing he has. Unless he really knows how to cheese well or some shit like that. But really, Endeavor is not that good of a character anymore. Before the nerf, he was easily A tier. But yeah, now he stays in B. Ace goes to B because he has a nice like a mid-ranged block breaker as well, and he has a flame pillar. He has the awakening comes relatively fast. He has Dai Enkai, which is the hitbox, they improved this, so it's a pretty good attack. And yeah, Ace is just overall a good B tier character. So yeah, that's where he's at. Madara, one of the best, easily top 3 best 2-on-2 characters. One-on-ones is good if you know how to use it. Awakening is godly. No further explanation needed. Madara is an absolute A tier. Kakashi, I'm putting him at B because you can spam Chidori, and I mean not really spam, but you can constantly use it when it's available, and the cooldown isn't that long. So yeah, it's a good character if you spam Shuriken and the kunai and the Chidori, and then in your awakening, if they're one life, then Kamui their ass. So yeah, if you consider that, then Kakashi is one of the best characters. And if you know how to use him, then he couldn't even be A tier. I could see him at A tier, but yeah, he's a B for now. Goku Black, on the other hand, he could have been easy. He could have been easy A tier if he could steal instant transmission out of skills and shit, which he can't do anymore. And after he did that, he could have just easily done a counter attack and just completely annihilated their opponent if they cheesed. And Goku Black was just OP. The dual spirit bomb was good too, but because of the nerf, he can't do that anymore. He can't escape combos, and yeah, you can pretty much just annihilate a Goku Black if you get him in a combo. The black ball doesn't get him as high as it used to before either. So yeah, he's a B. Next is Josuke, which is, in my opinion, not that good of a character. I can't lie. He's decent, I guess, because he can heal his opponents. I mean, I put Josuke and Afro Samurai at the same because they're like at the same level. Josuke can heal his teammate if he's on 2-on-2s or public lobbies, and Afro Samurai has good close range attacks, and their awakenings are good. So yeah, Ida goes to C because his awakening is pretty OP. His base form, on the other hand, you can avoid the block breaker easily, and you can easily go like block the charge move when he charges towards you. Like, it's not really that big of a threat. So yeah, he stays at C. And Stark is probably the only A tier in this left of these characters. Like, yeah, Stark goes to A. He has a good Zero. That gives him a bit of protection, and his awakening is just busted as well. So yeah, he's an A. PT is Sasuke and Todoroki. They go to C because they're mediocre characters. PT is Sasuke has a decent awakening, I guess, if you're a newbie and you don't know how to play, I guess. Todoroki has a good Ice Mountain move. Only thing that's bothering Todoroki is that he freezes at times and people can get him in a combo in that time, and his awakening is pretty good as well. So yeah, I could see him at B potentially if you know how to play it, but yeah, he's at C for now. And yeah, Neji's a B tier, maybe an A tier. I could put him at A tier if I knew how to use him. Like, I don't really play Neji that much, but if you know how to use Neji, then yeah, he could be an A tier. But PTS Goku is a solid C tier because he can use Spirit Bomb twice or 3 times in his awakening, and with Kaioken his damage gets a massive boost. So yeah, it's an OP character, I guess, for newbies, that is. But if you're experienced at the game, then and you're fighting a PTS Goku, then you probably win. But Kifla or Caulifla, I see him at A tier if you really know how to use him. I see him at A tier. I mean her, but because she's a pretty decent character, I can't lie. And the awakening does huge damage and it's just OP. And Jonathan, I'll put him at B. Only reason is because he's Hamon. He can heal. He's basically the counter for cheesers, and in his awakening, he gets the Hamon sword, which is extremely OP. He can chase cheesers and shit. So yeah, he's a pretty decent character, I can't lie. So yeah, this is it for the list. This is all the characters. Take a screenshot, share it to your friends or whatever. It don't matter, but I appreciate it if you watch this to the end. And yeah, if you like my list, make sure to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and comment down below. And check out Akuyomix channel, which is gonna be down in the description below. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.